We have the capability to make the world's first bionic man.
The incremental.
Changing it every time.
Better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster.
Stop whining. We're all gonna die! Oh, yeah! You're gonna cry? You're gonna cry, kitty baby? Oh, you're gonna fucking cry? Look at him, he's crying. It's gonna be metal! It's going to be mental.
It blew mine out a little bit too. My bad.
And it just
I
abrupt
haven't
stops.
used it in a second. That's the end of the song.
Oh, no, don't play it again, please.
One more time from the top.
It sounds like two robots having sex.
Thank you.
And now we're demonetized on YouTube. Great.
Yeah, thanks
Great.
a lot.
Not that we've ever really been monetized on
Fucking
YouTube.
thing sucks.
Might as well.
Well, we might as well talk about COVID and trans and what are the other things they don't like.
I don't know, man. That's not.
We tried to do the good boy clock for a while.
We didn't make 1 minute today.
Oh, I know. Because that opening.
Oh, right.
It's so dirty.
My bad.
But if you are listening to this, if you can hear us in between your ears right now, and your
In your ears.
ear holes, in the holes on your face,
Between your ears is your head.
on the side of your face where those holes are, and they bring in noise. If you can hear us through those, why don't you go and give us a little 5-star review for how good we are, how good this show's become.
Oh my god. If we did do-overs, this would be a do-over.
No way. I'll keep it all in.
Yeah, I
Genital
know.
warts and all.
I know.
I got some stuff. I actually wrote down some things. I go, all right, I'm going to prepare while I'm on the Stairmaster watching the Masters.
Oh, double masters.
Mm-hmm.
Was anybody? Were they like? I get it. The Stairmaster watching the.
And you're a
Masters
master-
pun. I get it.
Bader.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the kind of comedy meets entrepreneurial.
What did you
business
prepare?
stuff. Well, first off, I got to say I'm headlining St. Pete Beach. I'm headlining Sunshine Comedy Club May 16th, 17th.
You expect me to believe that?
And
See, I told you we use it.
Clearwater, May 30th, 31st. Headlining out there, the Clearwater Comedy Club. Let's avoid some Scientologists.
Yeah. They own everything over there, man.
Both clubs are fun. They're right in touristy areas, and it brings in a good St. Pete Beach Club, that Sunshine City Club. It brings in a lot of young kids that you don't see in the area. So I don't know what he does to promote that club over there, but it's kind of nice having like a mix of like half the crowd's like under 30, and then half the
but they
crowd's
don't got do new jokes.
well, half the crowd's like just your random tourists that are down in St. Petersburg Beach, going, "Ooh, the Vinoy is pink." Or whatever it is. Oh, the Don Cesar is pink. And then Clearwater's right in the middle of the tourist trappy area with like airbrush t-shirts and all the corny like kind of
Keychains.
what you want out of
License
Clearwater
plates with
Bleach.
your names
Yeah.
on them from Clearwater, Florida.
A lot of license plates named Bort.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my name's Bort. I thought you were calling me.
Uh-huh.
We need to get a phone number for this podcast so people can call in, leave some voicemails that we can play.
Oh, yeah?
I know we've pitched this as a thing before and never did it.
If you get the number, I'll get the calls.
Well, I've got a free 1-year phone number I've been using through this, I forget, some kind of like higher-end coupon company that wanted me to join it because they think I'm like a real executive.
Right.
And so I got a free phone from phone.com. I think I can get it for us, but you might have to send it through your email for it.
Okay.
But yeah, I've been watching some shows and I was like, it would be nice if we had some voicemails every now and again, no matter how crazy they are.
Yeah. I'm thinking maybe hand it out in class.
Yeah. But, that would be great.
Right.
You're going to have to get consent form probably for them.
Yeah.
Unless they're over 13 or over 18, but they can tell them if they do it, they have to do it in a kid's voice or a modulator. You can do it with your
Why?
phone because we don't want to be liable for any kids on the show.
So not in a kid's voice.
Yeah. I'm saying in a
You
different.
said
Oh,
in
my
a
bad.
kid's voice.
My bad.
I was like, what? Wouldn't that?
I got post-workout endorphins, bro. I hit that.
No, I'll be like,
step-
hey, tell your dad what you want him to say, and have your dad call.
I hit that Stairmaster and burned 1,000 calories while just trying to come up with stuff for the show because I feel like I've been lacking on this pod. We've been lacking scheduling it.
Yeah.
You're in love.
We're like once
so
a
that's,
month.
that's going to take up a lot of your
Right.
RAM
heart.
speed. So I want to throw out some resources since we haven't done that in a while. There's 2 websites where you can honestly make a website in kind of like legit under 5 minutes.
Okay.
And I
Hit
use
me with it.
10web .ai, I believe, or .com. I can't remember, but I had to migrate
Tin? Spell it.
10, like the number. So 10 web.
Okay.
And it's one of those ones where I had to migrate someone's WordPress site that had a lot of stuff. And what I was able to do is it will make a carbon copy of that website in WordPress.
Okay.
I mean, that's for anybody who's had to do any website or try to revamp their own, or like they need a refresh on theirs, and they were just like, I wish I could just kind of start it over on, the updated platform on WordPress or whatever. That's the way to do it.
I mean, the AI's just got to be so much better at just
It's just
like
scrapes.
extracting the code itself.
It scrapes the code, yeah.
I mean,
And anything that's live, it pulls that in there. It's crazy, dude. Another one I've heard about but haven't messed with is Modulify, like MODULIFY.ai. It's another one that's basically the same thing.
Modulify?
Yeah, doesn't really roll off the tongue.
You wanted just to say DILF.
I am a DILF.
Modilify.
I am a DILF. I just live the DILF lifestyle.
Right.
I don't need to say it. It just is. Anybody who sees my essence,
Yep.
They get it.
Or up.
What
What does the D stand for again?
Dad?
Oh. Okay.
What?
No, I just want to make sure.
What'd you think it was?
Dork.
What is this? Kill Tony, dude?
Yeah, man.
Are you a roast guy now?
I was just making sure you told me what the right one was.
Another
It was dork.
Another site I thought was cool for you history buffs or you bruvs. If you bruvs are like me and I don't know a lot of history, there's it's called oldmapsonline.org. You can look up.
They're all bullshit. Don't listen to them.
Oh no.
Don't get me started on fucking maps, bro.
Well, it looks more like Risk, the way they lay out the maps. Like this empire had there, this empire had here.
Oh, it shows like where everybody was.
Yeah, it's kind
running shit.
It's kind of fun. You're a little toasted at night, kind of dicking around. Can't find anything interesting on Reddit.
Yeah, that's ultimate dad mode right there.
Yeah,
I'm just looking at interactive maps online.
I'm starting
honey. What
to
are
get
you
into
doing?
history, baby.
It's happening.
Yep. I'm really coming into
I'm a man. I'm 40.
really coming into my dadness.
Yep.
Now, when it's World War II, I start coming in here with a bunch of World War II stuff you didn't know about.
Yeah.
That's when I've hit my peak.
Started on that.
Another one, startmycar.com. If you have a beater car like I do, you have to fix stuff all the time. What this does is it has every manual for every car out there because it's hard to find for some reason. If your car, especially if your car's almost a classic like mine.
Yeah, you can get one of those vintage license plates.
Oh,
soon.
buddy, I'm
Only driving on
waiting until I
Sundays.
can. Yeah. And then I'll probably get the Cybertruck right after that. But it's one of those things where I had to look up like the electrical box and fuses and stuff. And it's really hard to find that info even on YouTube tutorials and stuff because every car's a little different. This has like a virtual one you could mess with to see what does what.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. eDraw.ai. It's given Miro whiteboard a little run for its money. It's got an aggressively awesome like mind mapping tool.
Ooh.
I think
Sounds cool.
hey man, if you got creative mind mapping like Pixar guys do creative, that's a good tool. vidu.studio. I think it's supposed to be like vidu.
Spell it again.
vidu.studio.
Okay.
Vidu. Think of it like Video University.
Video Studio.
.studio. This one you can put an image, a before image and an after image, and it'll animate it to there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm gonna play with that one probably later tonight, but that I found like makes like real video if you want it to make video.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool, especially for
I've always had a
video
dream to do
production.
a cartoon, but it was always the animation part that came. I was like,
There is a site. I almost put it on here. I forget what it's called, but there is a site where you can draw something. It'll take the drawing and you can make it animated like easily.
That's awesome.
So there's a lot of stuff out there. And then Suno, you made the song. The intro song was Suno AI.
Yeah. Oh, you want me to hit it?
Well, I can tell. You know.
Oh, I had to turn it down from the last time because we hated it so much.
No, it was just too loud. And then Sora, I've been playing around with, is the ChatGPT AI video creator, which it's pretty damn good. I mean, when we first looked at it when it launched, we were looking at it and we're like, this thing sucks still.
Uh-huh.
And I've been playing around with it for client stuff, and like I have a salsa client, and we have March Madness, so I got it in ChatGPT make an image of a guy dunking a tortilla chip instead of a basketball.
Uh-huh.
And the basketball hoop was salsa
Obviously.
in a bowl.
Right.
And then I took that image and I go, make this animated where he's slam dunking it into there.
And put a sombrero on the ref.
And put
one of those
and
giant fat guitars.
I had to do the brand name on the jerseys and like looked like a legit team.
Okay.
It was pretty cool.
That's fun.
Yeah, and I barely even. I was telling you off mic right before we started. I get really frustrated with the AI apps because I'm like, just do the thing you're supposed to do.
Just read my mind.
And I go, oh, this is how my parents are.
Yeah.
This is how my parents are.
Push the button
this,
harder.
this might be an education gap or age gap with technology that it's like when you remember like, oh, you don't know any new music coming out.
Right.
Like, I've the first time I've heard a Jelly Roll song was during March Madness after Auburn lost.
Yeah. And I mean, I get the influx via my job, but I don't know what they're saying.
But that's
in
from
these
kids,
songs.
you know?
Right.
And they, like, if you go to anybody, hey, how was your music opinion at 12? You're like, Savage Garden was awesome.
Yeah, pretty good. I think. I still listen to it. So,
But half of it's complete embarrassing garbage.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of, like, the band Garbage. Count it.
No.
Did you do your taxes?
I did.
Do you use ChatGPT to do it?
No. I
Really?
used TextSlayer.com.
Yeah, that's what I use for. I think that's what I use for the whole thing.
I mean, I was. I didn't have to pay anything. That was cool.
Yeah, so I sent you the link. The IRS site used to scare me because it's got the official seal on it,
Yeah.
and you're like, I don't want them to know I'm on here too long.
I mean,
It's like
You know,
paranoia.
it's not like the IRS website's really very good.
It's-
There's still because like I had some things that I was like trying to figure out, and just it's like here's a list of the forms you need in plain text in no particular order. With it's just like they make everything intentionally hard. Like you look, I was like, I think I said "fuck you" to my computer screen. I was like, "Fuck you!" Like,
See, I
this
was
is
actually going to make a
ridiculous.
case. It's better than I thought it was. There's actually a lot more info out there on there.
It has. I mean, it's gotten better recently. It's not like how they used to have it with TurboTax, the free version, buried 14 pages deep, and you got to click like a maze on the internet.
And Intuit, I was telling you via Slack, is bullshit now because all their software has gone up in price like dramatically because they know they have 1 million users in each of their, at least in all their software.
Yeah,
And then,
it's legacy shit. People don't want to change.
oh yeah, for sure. And it's like if you used Mint at one point, like I did, to kind of aggregate every transaction for all your credit cards and all your debit card and checking and all that shit. So you have all the transactions listed out in one big spreadsheet. Like that stuff now can easily cross over to TurboTax because they've like made the big corporate merger thing.
Right. In fact, we've already done it for you.
And we have all your information.
Right.
So, but I found it interesting they weren't on the list of free providers that the IRS has on their site.
Right.
So if anybody's listening hasn't done it, and if you're in a disaster area like we had hurricanes, you're automatically extended until like I think October. Don't quote me on that, but like
I thought it was a month. I thought it was May 15th.
no, it's they make every extension's like crazy long. Like if you file for an extension, you get to October 15th or something, or
It's
the
also
31st. I can't
stupid.
remember, but for those of you like in those disaster areas and you can't get it done, that you can hear us through your little baby ear holes on the side of your stupid face.
Mm-hmm. Stupid.
There is 8 different softwares that are free for your federal taxes.
One has been verified by me.
I use TaxSlayer too because I want to slay them taxes.
Right. I thought it was the coolest name.
Yeah.
So I was like, you're the guy.
I'm a medieval knight in my head.
Right.
I've got that kind of grit.
I like heavy metal.
And then something I found out. Here's something fun. While doing my 2024, never did my 2023. I had a return file, and I think it was almost all done, and I just didn't press send or something. I don't know what the fuck I did. So
Law Smith, we've been looking for you.
and then I didn't trust it. So then I
Wait
was
a
like, I'm gonna
second.
just redo them all because I don't know what that return means. But you can go on the IRS and go, how outstanding am I? Are all my taxes up to date? Kind of thing. Found out too, 2019 as well.
Wow.
That I thought
Couple slipped through the cracks.
that one was because I was married at the time and thought we did it jointly, and I guess we didn't, and I
Turns
never
out.
and I never looked it up.
And what's the consequences been, really? You know.
It's actually not that bad.
You know.
I know. I already looked up. I was already free. I already did the freak out of like, fuck, man, penalties on this could be. Everybody thinks of Wesley Snipes, like, but I don't make nearly that much, so it's not really on the radar.
I was like, is he in money trouble in Blade or something?
No,
What are you
he didn't.
talking about? And I
Him and-
remembered real life.
Yeah, him and Nick Cage, I think, were like didn't pay taxes for some reason.
For some reason, it's because they had a person who said they were going to do it probably and didn't do it.
Maybe
Or their manager hired somebody who said they were going to do it.
that does
And the
happen.
manager didn't follow up.
But
I bet you that's something they don't even think about. Did you file my taxes?
I
No,
mean,
they're not even asking those questions.
I just saw a meme or did you know fact with Wesley Snipes in Major League. They're like, did you know he was so bad at baseball? You can't find anything of him hitting the ball really, or
Yeah.
or throwing it
Oh,
because his throwing motion's so bad.
God. That's the worst.
But what I did what was funny is I had the TurboTax 2019 like app software, and I went to go download it. I have the activation code still. It's into it TurboTax like your files you have saved in their cloud. And I go, cool. Oh, cool. The activation code's right here. There's the download link. Should be pretty easy. And it didn't work. And
They
it's
wanted
like,
you to pay back taxes, back
no.
fees.
No. It's even worse than that. So put in the activation code, get this error code 630. I'm like, what the fuck? So I look up what that means, and it's like, oh, it's because you already used it before or something like that. So it's recognizing it. And I was like, yeah, but I bought this. I literally bought like the case. I had a case with like whatever in it, maybe a CD-ROM at the time.
Oh.
Like
The box that came in.
I used to have to buy them at Best
You
Buy.
bought a case for your tax software?
Because it has the activation code on the inside.
Yes.
Because they used to put it on the outside, and people would just go to Best Buy, take a picture, and go.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
So I try to troubleshoot this for a while, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I get on the phone with TurboTax, and they're like, oh no, that we only update the last 3 years. I'm like, I can see you can only do that in there. Like you can only go back to 2022 or whatever to do older taxes. And I go,
Right.
but I paid for this. I don't care about any updates. Clearly, it's connecting to some server y'all have
Yeah.
to deny me.
Right.
I bought it. No, you can probably look and see no one else has used it except for one device that was my old MacBook or something.
Right.
Like, I don't care if it's I don't need updates, any of that. And he's like, 30 minutes of that, and I had to put it on speaker. My kids are listening to me, turning into a baboon. I'm like, you're not understanding, like autistic, like on the
Yeah.
spectrum. Like, okay, Patrick, my name's Patrick. It's like one of those deals.
Patrick.
And I'm like, look, I'm sorry, I'm raising my voice. You're a person. I'm not yelling at you. You can see my frustration with this, right? Because I've already spent an hour previous to us talking, and I'm 30 minutes into talking to you. And it's like, I was like, do you get what's going on here? We did a share screen, all that shit. And he's like, well, we could refund your money. And I'm like, we could have done this. We did this whole fucking tap dance, and that was an option. But it was,
I mean, at that point, I honestly, the way you're telling the story, I didn't think you wanted your money. I thought you wanted your documents.
I wanted to get it done. I was already in that mode of like, I'm already in doing tax mode,
Right.
And like, all the short-term memory I have from that will go away like tomorrow if I don't do it soon.
Yeah.
And so like, what's it called? So I ideally, I just wanted the software.
Right.
And then you have to mail it in anyway. So it's like, I just need like the thing that goes, did you buy a house this year? Like, I just need those prompts.
Yeah. That's what I needed.
Don't make me go through the fucking actual forms like you're talking about. Like,
yeah.
Those forms are, I like want to barf every time I see them.
I know. What was crazy is after I submitted mine, how quickly I got a text saying it had been accepted by the IRS.
Same.
It was like 15 minutes. I was like, that doesn't seem like they even checked it.
Yeah, but then you got to go on irs.gov and look up if the return is approved. Like, they'll go, yeah, we approved that part. There's a second part, like it's like the Domino's pizza tracker they have.
Oh.
And the second little chunk,
it's baking right now.
yeah, the second chunk is like if they approve the return cash.
Ronaldo is quality checking your order right now.
Mm-hmm. Remember when that came out? That was like mind blowing.
I still love it.
Yeah, Domino's is underrated, I think. But
I was just talking about that the other day.
what were you saying?
It's better than Little Caesars.
Oh my God, Little Caesars is the biggest dog shit.
Yeah.
And that place has turned into like a fucking check cashing place if you've ever walked into one.
Really?
Oh, dude, it is. There are some people that hang out in these Little Caesars I've been to that is not. Because they're not in good neighborhoods.
Right.
They're usually in shittier neighborhoods.
There's probably a guy
like
there
right next
that
to a
goes
Moose
by
Mobile.
the name Little Caesar.
Well, and the whole concept of the brand is fucking weird too.
Yeah.
Caesar?
You know, it's a little one though.
Okay.
Didn't the guy who owns Little Caesars pay for like Rosa Parks' apartment for like her whole life or some shit?
I thought that was Domino's, but you could be right.
No, I think it was Little Caesars.
I think you're right. In Detroit.
Yeah, wherever. But, you know, there's that positivity out of it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, Little Caesars. What is the brand world around Caesar? A midget Caesar.
It's Italian.
Kinda.
You know.
Not modern Italian.
Right. Didn't say it was a good.
Should have Judas coming in or Brutus hitting
right.
him.
You know, why stop there? There's better pizzas.
But what
Little Caesars, in my opinion.
Before I forget, the thing we were going back and forth about was asking ChatGPT, "Hey, S corp or self-employment, which one should I do? Here's the broad numbers of what I got going on."
Right.
And it would break down everything for me, and it's like, okay, and like, so I put in like, here's the business income, here's the business expenses, here's something else that's going to go towards income, like a 1099 miss. And then and then I want to be able to have this look good enough to get a business line of credit or a business loan after this. So those are my constraints. What's the best way to go about it? And it would give me a table of it.
Yeah.
So that's pretty awesome when you're trying to figure out the game of doing your own taxes.
I know. I wonder if I just plug in, like, if you start now with ChatGPT and be like, "Hey, you want to work on a year-long project with me, ChatGPT?"
It would.
I'm gonna
It
keep
has
all
to.
of my shit here, my tax stuff, and by the end of the year, you should have it all done. How does that sound, computer man?
That's a good thing I should mention that I was telling you too, is I had all these PDF statements, and I was like, God damn it, I want put this into a spreadsheet, and it did it, but it didn't do it well. It
Really?
messed up, and I'm glad I caught it. Like, because it won't put it in a it'll put it in a CSV, the comma separated whatever.
Right. Comma separated values.
Yeah, so it'll and not like in Google Sheet, or actually if you ask it, it'll put it in a Google Sheet, but it still messed it up. And I was like, I just want to copy and paste this. It just organize it for me.
Yeah.
And it
It gets to a level of stupidity that is still surprising, I think.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Like, this is the shit you should have learned first. ChatGPT, spreadsheets, bro.
Well,
That's
and
what you do.
I thought maybe I used the wrong model because there's a bunch of different ones on there now. They just came out with 4.5.
What did you use? I used the Fabio model.
But Grok on X is, if not, it might be better
guacamole!
for a lot of stuff.
I've been waiting for you to mention Grok.
I keep calling it Gronk anyway.
Holy guacamole!
But Grok on X is pretty damn good, especially with the image generation. If you need something like
Yesterday.
I was trying to make that Newport cigarette ad
Yeah.
of us rollerblading.
I don't know what pictures you're using of us, because it is just...
Now that
Make Eric look like a retarded caveman.
that was ChatGPT. I should have used Grok for that, but like sometimes ChatGPT would be like, we can't do this because of our terms and conditions and stuff, and you're like, dude, stop being gay. Like, let me do this. But
Did you try telling it to stop being gay?
I've definitely told it to stop being gay. It's like you get like reprimanded back, and I'm like, gay's a good thing.
Did you reprimand it back? How
You know,
dare you talk to me that way? You're
when you
just
first
a
had
computer.
access to this, didn't you play around with it like that? Like,
Not really. I was too scared to upset the overlords.
it is weird how many people are scared to even try it, and I'm like, just search for something in there. That's all you have to do, just to see it. Like when you're looking up, like, you know, how many manatees are there in the world? You can't find the answer if you just straight up Google it, because it'll just like manatee sightseeing, manatee county, it's all SEO gamed.
You know, I heard I listened to a podcast. This guy, Jason Giorgiani, I don't even know what his background is. Doesn't matter. He brought up this idea of like accumulation of information.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know how they've like done things where they like have a hard drive, they put information on the hard drive, and it weighs 0.1 nanograms more, whatever.
Yeah, we did this with legal. It was actually in our agency contracts because it had a tangible difference. If we had something in a cloud for a client, that technically you could physically have a weight to it. That there was something we had to figure out with that, because like all our service work is all in the air, right? So it's like if it goes into a cloud and the client that didn't pay us is on that cloud and gets it, is it really stealing? So we had to go through all that because when you do put somewhere, there is a physical change somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Isn't
the
that
guy.
wild?
Yeah. Well, this idea that he had talks about how we keep accumulating data, and at some point he was saying how these data centers will collapse in on themselves from having too much, and it turns into like some kind of physical, like, I don't know if it's quantum,
black hole,
but like, yes, that's the idea.
like Bart Simpson,
like
the cone of Bart.
It would weigh too much. Yes,
everybody's grades get worse sitting around him.
Yeah, so we got that to worry about now.
Nah.
As we sit here and create data.
Well, no, the thing is, and I've been saying this for a long time. Remember the Martech 5000? I used to show you that infographic of all the marketing data, like platform suppliers, supply side, demand side, publishers, and like it's an infographic to scale of how big they are. Google's like a tiny hole, a tiny like circle. Oracle's like a little bit bigger. And it's like, there's so much data. We're in the era of having data voluntarily given away by users, by us, because we don't know any better. And it's going to at a rapid speed, so compliance isn't really good right now. We're in an era of that, but also at the same time, we don't know how to parse the data. We have all this data out there,
right? And
we don't know how to use it we know how to manipulate it for certain things, but we have too much out there where it becomes overwhelming to a point of like
uselessness.
right. You're back at square one almost
Yeah.
with like
You might as well
gut
get rid of
sense.
all of it. 'Cause it's too muddied.
It takes too much time to validate it. Your
Sure.
data's only effective if it's reliable and relevant.
Right.
And if it's not that, same with statistics. It's like the rule of statistics. If it's not reliable and relevant, it doesn't work.
Yeah. So you got to give them fake birthdays.
I remember that from my Jamaican professor. Get the
Yeah.
standard deviation.
Very Irie accent.
All right, last thing. We got to rebrand the show. Yeah. I don't want to do it either, but we got to do it.
Right now.
Well, I'm going to put it in your craw. You know.
I don't care. Whatever.
Whatever.
The ROI podcast.
Well,
ROI.
we can play with that at least. We can call it something different every time, though. It stands for this.
Okay.
I think that's fun.
Sure. Yeah.
And
That'll
then
give us a little juice for a little while till
Well,
we run out of stuff.
and we should be doing Patreon. By the way, if you want to support Patreon people, do it not through Apple, because now Apple owns Patreon, and it's taken a 30% cut from the creators.
Oh.
Where before it was, almost negligible, like 1%.
Motherfucker.
So if you want to help, if you want to sign up for Patreon, do it through the site and not through Apple. Apple bought up my Pixelmator Pro too, the Photoshop you hate I use.
I mean, it was just jobber level.
Yeah, that's what I needed to do.
I know.
I'm not making beautiful Final Fantasy fan art.
Right.
Do you ever play that growing up?
Yes, I think I did get one of them. It was a lot of. It
seemed-
was pretty nerdy.
Yeah, it seemed very involved. So you're good with whatever. You just don't want to have to do anything.
I mean, yeah, ROI is fine. That's the only thing.
We can trademark it. That's the biggest thing, though.
Okay.
I mean, anybody listening to this, if you squat on it, I'm gonna be so upset.
We'll change it all before we publish this, or will we?
I
So
might have some
somebody
time.
out there, some asshole out there, go out and just hustle and see if we remembered or not.
I'll do it when I publish this tomorrow.
Say before you publish it.
Yeah, I can go through them.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think that one has the most elasticity to make fun of it.
Yeah.
As much as I like, what was the one you like? Businessmen's, businessman's or something.
Businessman's.
I like that, but I think we have to scoop up any kind of crowd we can with being kind of direct.
Yeah.
I think if we were like
As we tap dance around all subjects.
Jason Bateman and those two other famous guys, that would work for that. Like they're called Smartless. That's in that vein, but they're already famous.
Yeah.
You know.
Easy for them to say.
And I think we got to go back to doing some live stuff, man. Fuck
yeah.
it, we'll do it live.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Rebroadcast it.
We'll do it live. Fuck it.
So it's just hitting every platform, and then we don't have to fuck with it later.
Yeah, man. You remember those days when we had energy to do shit like that?
I'm getting it back. I'm out of my depression funk. So
Okay.
I'm getting back to, and I'm trying to make sure, A, I don't go back in that hole, but B, also, like, get back to the productivity we used to have. Like,
That does make you feel better.
it used to be cathartic to, like, figure something out for the show or anything else. Like, that was like, yeah, this isn't making me money, and it's not, it's going to improve the show, like, 0.01%.
Yeah, I know.
But it was
But
satisfying to figure out
we
shit.
had a streak of like slowly. This is a little bit better. This
And-
is a little bit better
And
here.
it really helped with other things when people started asking us, like, hey, can we hire y'all possibly to do stuff? And you're like, oh, we have a pretty good knowledge of how to do this now,
Yeah,
just by a hobby almost.
yeah. I mean, there was a point where we had couple different people.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, I mean,
It
I
was
still
gonna
get
be a
inquiries. I'm like, I'll give you, I will walk you through how to do this on the cheap. And then if you want to do something bigger, we can talk. But, so I have like all the equipment and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I might need
The
to
build outs
You
are
know
a
what?
bitch.
Should make that like an ebook and just sell that. Here's how to get this. How to get a podcast going on the fly. There's still people that ask all the time.
Yeah.
Here's
Not a
how
bad
to,
idea.
and then sell it for like $99 or something, like an ebook. And here's how to do
I
everything.
say 99 cents.
No, but you can make some money off that passive income kind of stuff. You know,
Yeah. Maybe. We'll write our book.
$69.
When is ChatGPT going to write our book?
We just have to feed it the transcripts and learn how to prompt correctly. Yeah, I think it'll be going on the list soon. It's like, can I get a page a day from one of the old episodes?
Be like, here's the website.
It
Well,
won't-
just about every episode's on there.
It won't scoop that. You can't
Not
go.
that advanced then.
We have it all though. I'm just saying, like, I was trying to think about it. If it took 20 minutes a day, right? Go grab the transcript. It's going to take a minute to figure out the correct prompt, but I want you to turn this interview into, a page of a book that's about this,
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
and copy and paste it every day.
Yeah.
You're low T, dude. When are we doing testosterone?
Low T if I'm tired. So now it's late.
It's 8:13.
So? They don't know that.
I mean,
It's 18:13.
ooh, that would make it.
Don't tell them.
That would make it sick.
Don't tell them.
You're so tired from watching the Masters all day. I got it.
I've been smoking dope.
You know the Masters trophy is just the clubhouse.
What do you mean?
The trophy for the Masters, because you think of the jacket, right?
Yeah. I thought
But
that was the trophy.
No, you get a trophy, and it's the whitest looking slave-owned clubhouse in a trophy.
It's pretty funny.
It's funny as shit.
It was like the guy who made the tree. He's like, fuck, what am I going to put on this thing? Well, he's like 5 minutes beforehand, the first one.
Well, like at one
Just
point,
do that house right there.
At one point, Washington, D.C., Charleston, and Savannah were the richest cities in the country because of slaves.
Wowie.
Go on that Charleston tour. I did it with my mommy.
You're just going to do racist history from now on?
No, I'm talking about a very awkward. My mom and I don't do stuff like this. She came up to Charleston to visit me. I think I was doing a gig or something. And she was like, I was like, what do you want to do? We don't do anything in common. So, like, I don't go shopping. I don't go antiquing.
Right.
I was like, why don't we do, I go, this is what healthy people do. Let's go on a tour of Charleston. I've been here a bunch, never gone.
You've done a ghost tour.
And it's like,
It's supposed to be
oh,
haunted
the
as fuck.
stockades, those stockades are where all the knickknacks are sold during the day and stuff like that. And you're like, oh my God.
Ugh.
Where they used to do auctions? Holy shit.
Yeah.
The whole city,
Y'all should take that down.
the whole city's like littered with that.
Yeah.
And
It's our heritage. Yeah, get rid of that. You don't need that.
we are not for it. Just wanna
Yeah.
say.
Oh, we're against that.
We don't like that.
Just to be clear,
We're woke.
no slaves.
Well, there's more slaves than ever now, technically.
Well,
around
not
the world.
on, not ours.
But not
we don't
us.
have
We
any.
didn't do anything.
We're not doing that.
We just look like we belong on American
That doesn't
money.
matter. That don't matter. You more than me for sure.
Oh, that joke hits hard.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know, man. I'm getting like kind of a Eisenhower on the dime look.
oh no, we're the joke hits so hard sometimes. I'm like, you guys.
Well, you
kinda,
stop laughing that hard.
No, you guys are kind of hurt my feelings.
Right. Are you crying?
I got.
Are you crying from that joke?
You look like Walter Goggins the other day, and I was like, fuck, I got to go to Turkey.
Oh yeah, Walton.
I know. I corrected him. I go, it's Walton.
You fucking idiot.
I told you the best hate of all I had about how I look was a little kid at an underprivileged school I was volunteering at in Auburn, Alabama, or outside the city. So really just podunk, Alabama.
I've been.
10 minutes in to this volunteering thing you had to do to graduate or something. 10 minutes in, this kid comes up with a bunch of other kids that hear him and he goes, "Hey man, you look like American Dad." And I was like, fuck.
That's not
I was
bad.
like, that cartoon just came out, dude.
That's not that bad.
No, but I mean, dude, just coming out and just swinging a roast on me like that.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "Ah!" That was a little Korean kid. I know you thought it was otherwise, but
No, that's what I pictured. A
There you
little Asian kid.
in Alabama.
Yeah,
All right,
that's what they're known for.
we're done with this. The ROI podcast. We out.
Oh boy. Oh.